How are we doing, everyone? Hope you're all well. Mr. B here. I'm back today after an epic weekend at Bloodstock Festival last week. Watched loads of great bands. A great time was had. Bumped into a couple of viewers from the channel. So I'm going to give a shout out to Toby and say, nice to meet you, mate. It was awesome chatting and hanging out and talking some thrash metal with you. Great guy. So yeah, he was a lot of fun to chat with and a really nice guy. So yeah, quick shout out for Toby there. Anyway, on to today's video. Today's video is going to be ranking the favourite albums from each year from the 1990s. So I'll be counting down to my ultimate album from the 1990s decade. So 10 absolutely incredible albums to talk about. Of course, there are no bad ones here. Just some phenomenal records to show here. I'm going to get into it with number 10 from 1997. And it's Deftones Around the Fur. So my favourite album from 97. Comes in at 10th place. Absolutely fantastic work. Chino Moreno, very, very unique vocalist. You always know when you're listening to Chino. Stephen Carpenter's guitar work is fantastic. There's some amazing riffs on this record. The rhythm section is doing a great job. Some nice drum beats on this record. Great songs. My Own Summer Shove It. Opening track, that riff is just absolutely phenomenal. Chino's vocals in the chorus are just brilliant. That scream that he does is absolutely fantastic. Mascara, great tune, much more sort of downbeat sort of sounding song. Really, really good. Around the Third title track's great. Rickets, I love the drum beat in that. It's a great tune. Be Quiet and Drive Far Away, absolutely love that. The guitar work's phenomenal. Very, very catchy stuff. Lotion's a great track as well. Head Up, phenomenal song, and MX, the last track is great. I love the lyrics in that. Really, really good, clever stuff. An amazing record. Loads and loads of great hooks. Deftones Around the Fur from 1997 comes in at 10th place. Excellent album. Love that one a lot. In 9th place, from my favourite album from 1991, is Sepultura's Arise. It's just an absolute classic, you know. I just can't say enough good things about this record. The first Seps album I ever heard was 1993's Chaos AD, and then I went back and got this on cassette, and it's just an absolute masterpiece. Very lucky to have this original press on vinyl from 91. The opening side 8, is just absolute beast from start to finish. I mean, the title track, fantastic. Dead Embryonic Cells, Desperate Cry, those opening 3 tunes are just absolutely phenomenal. Murder is a great track as well. Subtraction. Side 2 isn't as strong as side A, so that's why this one is a little bit low down the list. But I still love Altered State, Meaningless Movements, Infected Voice. It's just a fantastic album. Igor Cavaliero's drums are brilliant. The riffs and the solos from Andreas and Max are phenomenal. Some great bass work from Paolo, of course. Just a little bit weaker on side 2 than side 1. Side 1 for me is just absolutely as strong as it could possibly be. So many amazing riffs. Igor's drums, like I've said already, are just phenomenal. The production's amazing. I think this was done at Morris Sound. Yeah, Scott Burns. It's got that Morrison sound to it. Sepultura's Arise from 1991, an absolute beast. That comes in at number 9 on my list. Number 8 from 1993. For me, a very underrated album. And here's Death's Individual Thought Patterns. As far as Death albums go, this one for me flies under the radar quite a lot. I think it's really, really good. Andy LaRocque on guitar from King Diamond, of course. Gene Hoglan on the drums, an absolute beast. Steve Giorgio on the bass, of course. Chuck Schuldiner. So many great tunes. Overactive Imagination. I love Chuck's vocals in that. They're brilliant, especially in the chorus. In Human Form, some fantastic riffs. Great, great stuff. Trapped in a Corner is phenomenal. Nothing is Everything. I love the way that song breaks down towards the end. Mentally Blind, side 2, great. Individual Thought Patterns, a title track, really, really good. Some great solos in that tune. Destiny is amazing, but Out of Touch and The Philosopher, the last 2 tracks are just beast. The Philosopher, I just love that tapping intro on the guitar. Amazing vocals from Chuck, some great riffs. Everyone is just on top of their game. The musicianship is absolutely out of this world. For me, it's an album that really does run under the radar. I often say, people say things like Scream Bloody Gore is the best Death album. For me, this is way superior to Scream Bloody Gore. An album which I love, but for me, Individual Thought Patterns definitely flies under the radar a little bit. That's number 8, Death from 1993. Number 7 from 1996 and his Pantera's The Great Southern Trendkill. Another massively underrated record as far as I'm concerned. Another one that flies under the radar. It's just really, really savage. Probably the darkest Pantera record. Phil, as always, sounding absolutely phenomenal vocals. Diamond's guitar work is, of course, brilliant. Vinny's drumming's fantastic. And for me, the underrated Rex Brown on the bass. His bass work's phenomenal. Doesn't really get talked about a lot. He's kind of overshadowed by Dimebag. But his bass playing is brilliant. It's particularly underneath the solo in Floods. One of the best songs on the record. It's just brilliant, brilliant stuff. The Great Southern Trendkill. I love some of the lyrics in that. When Phil says, you look just like a star, it proves you don't know who you are. I absolutely love that lyric. It's fantastic. He sounds great. War Nerve is brilliant as well. Drag the Waters, very much like Walk with the similarities in the riffs. Tent is a great tune. 13 Steps to Nowhere is savage. Suicide Note Part 2 is one of the savagest Pantera songs out there. It's brilliant. Living Through Hell, Hell's Wrath is great. Floods, I've already mentioned, is a fantastic tune. The Underground America, Reprise, Sunblasted Skin. Some great lyrics on this record for me. Phil put in an absolutely amazing performance. Of course, Dime is fantastic. Everyone's on top of their game. It's an underrated record. Doesn't get talked about anywhere near as much as the three that come before it. But I think it's fantastic. Pantera's The Great Southern Trendkill from 1996 is number 7. Number 6 from 1999 and his Testaments, The Gathering. A band that is still putting out amazing records now. And I absolutely love this when I first got it back in 1999 on CDs. But it has the original album artwork, which is better than this artwork that come out in this version. I mean, the lineup is just brilliant. You've got Steve Giorgio again on the bass. James Murphy on lead guitar. Dave Lombard on the drums. And of course, Chuck Billy and Eric Peterson. Eric Peterson, just an amazing guitarist. And the riffs that he writes are phenomenal. Brilliant, brilliant tunes on this record. Starts off with DNR, Do Not Resuscitate. That's excellent. Down for Life is brilliant. Some great riffs in that. I love the chorus. It's fantastic. Eyes of Wrath is brilliant as well. True Believer, Legions of the Dead. So many great tunes. Careful What You Wish For. Allegiance is fantastic as well. Sewn Shut Eyes, I love the chorus in that. Chuck Billy sounds phenomenal. Full of Cyberdown as well. The last track is brilliant. David Barlow's drums in that are great. Of course, the drums across the whole record are fantastic. Great solos from James Murphy. Everyone's performances are fantastic. Just a brilliant, brilliant album from a band that is still now absolutely delivering the goods. Testaments to Gathering from 1999. Number 6 on my list. Brilliant album. Into the top 5 now. And number 5 is the debut album from 1992 from Rage Against the Machine. An album that absolutely blew me away when I was young when this first came out. It's just brilliant. I mean, the lyrics are fantastic. And Zach De La Rocha has got to be one of the most pissed off sounding vocalists you'll ever hear. His performance on this record is brilliant. Whether that's his vocals or the lyric writing, which are fantastic. Tom Morello on the guitar, very unique player. You always know when you're listening to Tom. He's a fantastic guitar player. Brad Wilk on the drums and Timmy C on the bass. Great rhythm section. Brilliant, brilliant tunes. Starts off with Bomb Track. Some great lyrics in that tune. Killing in the Name, everyone knows that. An iconic tune. And they're still not bored of it now. It's brilliant. Take the Power Back. It's got some great lyrics in it. Settle for Nothing is a phenomenal tune. Bullet in the Head. Side A is completely solid. There's nothing weak there at all. No, Your Enemy kicks off side 2. Again, some great lyrics in that. Great vocals. Wake Up is a brilliant tune as well. Some of the angry screams that Zach does in that are great. Fistful of Steel is excellent. The only thing that's a little bit weak for me is Township Rebellion. And it ends with Freedom, which is another great tune. So much anger. And so many great performances. Zach, like I say, vocally and lyrically is great. Everyone's musical performances are fantastic. Only Township Rebellion is a little bit of a letdown. The rest of it is absolute solid gold. An album that blew me away back in 1992 and 34 years later still blows me away now. Rage Against the Machine's debut from 1992 is absolutely fantastic stuff. That's number 5. Number 4 from 1998 and his Death and the Sound of Perseverance, the second Death album. On this video, just goes to show what an amazing band they were. A lot of people don't like this one, and I've never really understood it myself. I mean, I can understand it from the point of view of Chuck massively changes the vocal style, of course, to that real high-pitched sort of scream. Never been a problem for me, to be honest. I love this album from the day I first got it back in 1998 on CD originally. Richard Christie's drums are just brilliant, absolutely phenomenal. His performance on this entire record is amazing. Scott Clendenin, I think, has passed away since on the bass. Fantastic performance from him. And I think it's Shanahan and obviously Chuck on the guitars. Yep, Shanahan. Yeah, everything is brilliant. I love Chuck's vocals. Of course, the riffs and solos are absolutely fantastic across the entire album. Rhythm section's great. The fucking songs are just absolutely savage. I mean, it kicks off with Scavenger of Human Sorrow. That drum intro is fantastic. Brilliant, brilliant tune. Bite the Pain. Love Chuck's vocals in that. Spirit Crusher. The chorus is absolutely phenomenal. Chuck sounding fantastic. Story to tell. Brilliant stuff. Flesh in the Parrot Holds. Brilliant tune. Voice of the Soul. I like that. It's a nice palette cleanser. Just the acoustic guitars and then the leads that come in later on. That's really, really good. To Forgive Is to Suffer is amazing. Moment of Clarity ends with an absolutely fantastic version of Judas Priest Painkiller. Death's the Sound of Perseverance is an absolute beast, and I have no idea why some people don't really like it. From 1998, that's number 4 on the list. Into the top 3, let's have a quick drink. Up next, this band's best album from 1994, and it's Cannibal Corpse and the Bleeding. A band absolutely at the peak of their powers, and sadly the last record they made with Chris Barnes. I like Corpse Grinder, but for me, Cannibal at their best when Chris was behind the mic, and this is just a brilliant, brilliant album. Kicks off with what's the bloody title? Staring Through the Eyes of the Dead. I absolutely love that track. The hammer-ons and the pull-offs and the riffs are just phenomenal. Chris doing a great job on the vocals. Very, very catchy stuff. Fucked with a Knife is brilliant. Stripped, Raped and Strangled is great. Pulverized, Return to Flesh, Side A is all completely solid. Pickaxe Murder's really good. The Bleeding, the riffs in that are so catchy. They're really, really good. Great vocals from Chris. Force-Fed Broken Glass, another great tune. Experiment in Homicide, an album with absolutely no bad songs on at all. The guitar work from Jack Owen and Rob Barrett is phenomenal. Alex Webster, of course, is a great bass player, an amazing bass player, actually. Paul Mazurkiewicz on the drums is fine. He's not the best death metal drummer, but he still gets the job done. And Chris Barnes sounding absolutely phenomenal. The Bleeder from Cannibal Corpse, my favourite album from 1994, is number 3 on the list. So into the top 2 from 1990. And it's Megadeth's Rust in Peace. Just an absolutely fantastic album. The only weak spot on this is Dawn Patrol, which is still decent, but it's definitely the weak spot. But it's the only slightly weak spot. Just a record that blew me away when I first heard it years and years ago, and it still blows me away now. Kicks off with Holy War is a Punishment Due. That was a song that made me want to play guitar. I remember seeing the video for it on Noisy Mothers. If you're from the UK, you'll remember that show back in 1994, I think that was. It was, because that's when I started playing guitar. An absolutely amazing song. Everything about it. The riffs are great. I love Dave's vocals. Some great lyrics in it as well. I love the Spanish flamenco guitar breakdown in the middle. Sounds great. Hangar 18, fantastic tune. Take Them Prisoners. Those opening 3 tunes are just absolute beasts. Five Magics is a fantastic track as well. Side 2 starts with Poison Was the Cure, Lucretia, Tornado of Souls. If you're a guitar player, you don't need me to tell you how great the fucking solos are in that. Just absolutely amazing stuff. Like I say, Dawn Patrol, a little bit of a weak track. Ends with Rust in Peace, Polaris. The fantastic and sadly very much missed Nick Menza on the drums. Mike Friedman on the lead guitar, and of course Dave Ellison and Dave Mustaine. My favourite Megadeth lineup, has to be said, and this album is just absolutely perfect, apart from Dawn Patrol being slightly bit weak, but I still really enjoy it. Everything sounds great. I love the sound of the bass on this record particularly. It sounds really, really good. Guitars sound great. Dave sounds great vocally. Just an amazing album, and if I had to go to a desert island and only take 10 albums from this year, this one would definitely be coming with me, no doubt about it. Megadeth's Rust in Peace is number 2. So on to number 1, and my absolute number 1 favourite album from the 1990s. I knew it was going to be between this and Rust in Peace, but I've got to give this from 1995 my number 1. So my number 1 album from the entire decade of the 1990s is Death Symbolic from 1995, the third Death album to feature on this list. It just blew me away at the time that it come out. My friend Glenn picked up on cassette, I remember back in the day. We was out in Norwich. We used to go to Norwich a lot. Still do actually now. But yeah, we went out to Norwich to the massive HMV there. And he bought this on cassette and dubbed it for me. I just listened to it constantly. Got the CD later on that year. And this has been fortunately reissued on vinyl a couple of times recently. Just what an album. Gene Hoglan again on the drums. Just an absolute powerhouse. Kerry Conlon on the bass. I can't remember who plays lead guitar. Off the top of my head. But Chuck Schuldiner as well. But it's just absolutely fantastic. So many great songs. The performances from everyone are just top draw. Symbolic, that opening tune is just absolutely phenomenal. I love Chuck's vocals in the chorus. The riffs in the chorus are great. Zero Tolerance, Empty Words. Again, great vocals from Chuck. Very, very catchy. Sacred Serenity is great. 1,000 Eyes, absolutely superb. Side B, Without Judgment is great. Crystal Mountain, I love the riffs in that and the lyrics as well. And obviously Chuck's vocals. He sounds great on this record. Miss the Throat, great tune. Ends with Perennial Quest, which is an absolute monster of a tune. I love the way it breaks down right down towards the end with just a clean guitar part. Just an absolutely perfect album. And it's my #1 album from the 1990s. I just can't fault anything about this record at all. It's perfect from start to finish. And every time I listen to it, it blows me away every single time. There's no error whatsoever. Everything is absolutely top draw and just a perfect album. It's my #1 album from the 1990s. Death's Symbolic from 1995. Just an absolute masterpiece. And a record that I just absolutely cannot live without, no doubt about it. Right guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching as per usual. Get in touch, let me know what you think about my picks. Always interested in chatting with you guys in the comment section. I'll be back with you soon with another video. Not sure when it'll be. Maybe next week, maybe a week after, we'll see. But yeah, I'll be back soon. As always, get in the comment section and let's chat. Until next time, as always guys, cheers, take care, and I'll see you later.